Alright, so these little side stories that are part of the new DDLC Plus, you don't actually go into the DDLC column. You have to go back to the desktop, so to speak, and go to the side stories. So what we're gonna do is go through those. You actually have to play through the game to unlock some of them. You start off with... I start off with this one, at least, after playing some of the base game. I am unsure if this means that you have them after playing a little bit, or they're automatically unlocked. I guess you should check yourself. But yeah, we'll be going through Trust Part 1 today, and Part 2 afterwards. Side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. So this means I'll have to do like not only like multiple characters, but or different playthroughs with different characters too. So let's begin with what we got. Why is this a Sayori though? It's Sayori and Monika, but I've been doing Yuri stuff, so it's weird. I don't think we've gotten this scene before. That's new. Maybe not, but feels new. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss the debate club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? Feels worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monika's the only member of the literature club. Oh, origin story? Quote, so to speak. And the days have passed, all of our effort to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? I'll glance at one of the flyers. The headline is, do you like literature? Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over other club interests. That is kind of a weak tagline. Do you like reading? Okay. Can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision? What kind of vision? Monika rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, there's recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet and noise where air conditioner is soothing. Hello? Oh! Jesus left. Suddenly a voice causes Monika to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I never do this. This is a napping club? Turning down the own volume, jeez. No, this is... Monika pauses and suddenly embarrassed to admit that it is in fact a literature club. It's a literature club. Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry, I was like so unprofessional for me to do that. Don't apologize, I do it all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where's everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? We're getting more members, I'm working really hard. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I got to be the vice president. Wow. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. No, you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. What was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really hard not to be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I don't mean for it to hurt you. I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monika is silly or showing, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you like to be interested in joining after I find a few new members at least? Well, no. I want to join you. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can't tell how hard you've been working. I can tell how hard you've been working. You've done something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. You know, nothing else I'm good at that, so... Ahaha! Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? It's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, Monika, by the way. Monika! That's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monika got the flyers on her desk and realized that her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. I think I need to put some thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. Mission is to make everyone happy. Or my mission is to make everyone. Aha. Or ahaha. Ahaha. I'm bad at pretending to laugh. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori says pull Monika to a friendly hug. Let's go. Some people can really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly. Hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Ahaha, hug energy. Monika laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monika feels spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she's finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. A day passes and the time comes for the literature club. Monika and Sayori to convene. As president, Monika assures that she is the first to arrive to the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. Rip. It's been 10 minutes already. Did Sayori change her mind about joining? No, it can't be. She was so excited yesterday. I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late, I'm here. It's okay, welcome back. And Sayori spins over this. Monika and pauses the sheet of Monika's desk. Oh, what's this? What? Just a random poem, okay. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I can lend to you. If you trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to see it. If you trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no, the wrong side of the paper. Whoop. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monika flips over the paper written on the other side of the list of ideas for quitting new club member. That sounds like exactly what happened too. I love it. Oh, this is what you meant to show me? But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. You don't even establish that. What? Ahaha, really? Ahaha, whatever. I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. Never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it and I'm like, oh, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be or something like that. Aw, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're a literature club president. I guess you're wrong. I guess you're not wrong there. You need to like set a good example of, or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I love that. Such a good way to learn about other people, you know. It's like we have so many emotions we can't express to the other people usually. We can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think it's helping me form a more cohesive vision of the club. I just zoned out a little bit. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I feel embarrassed at first, but now it feels like a good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over the recruitment brainstorm together? My brain stormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Wow, mood. Why are you still relatable? Sorry, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, would you have a chance to give people cupcakes? When we would get, you know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cookies in the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that you're gonna bring in the wrong kind of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People who would just come for the cupcakes and then leave. Oh, nobody would do that. What? Oh, right click. That'd be mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. They will tell them to check out the literature club. That's not a bad idea on face value. The problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for assignment or something? How do we know if they're just reading it for fun? We could ask them, but then we'd be bothering them trying people to do schoolwork. You say that as if people want to do schoolwork? I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. Couldn't I put a lot of more things than I can? Oh, your next idea is on hand out flyers rather than just put them on the wall. I definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would you tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can get better engagement, or can we better engage people? What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're like a normal person for a sec. Wait, I mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How'd you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. Wow, calling out your friend. What the heck? Oh, sorry, I was thinking of a friend of mine. I wonder who that is. Like, what if I said what if we said we like do group of reading and discuss it together? I'd probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We really need to catch our interest, you know? Ugh. This sucks. Why is this so hard? True. Monika, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, I kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like express yourself in a way you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. And we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do you get that across to people? It could be like express your true self. Be intimate with. Okay, it's kind of, yeah. I was gonna say. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh! What is it? I forgot about things. I forgot all of my things in my classroom. Must have gone too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rush? But you weren't... Oh, never mind. Did you get what you want? Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. We'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a sec. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monika momentarily alone. Monika sighs, jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write out your heart. Or write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monika! You startled me. Sorry. But it's something important. On the way to classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? It's our recruiter. Wait, are you sure she's not doing just her homework? Let me guess who it is. I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monika grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori's leading the way. This way. Oh, I was gonna say what's up with the uniform, but I guess it's just a school uniform, not literature club uniform. You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monika over the particular classroom, then lowers her voice to whisper. See, in here. Monika peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. Yeah, a little bit, but I mean... Let's go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president. I would probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monika takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why, what happened? We'll enter the classroom, and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on the desk and then walked out. It's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and will want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? They head back to the classroom. Sayori feels rather accomplished, and Monika feels a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monika and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professionals to silly. After going through Sayori's list and with Monika coming up with ideas of her own, the two ended in a better spot from where they began. But I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. Can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? So he appears at the sheet of paper Monika was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. That's so cute. I thought it was a little over dramatic. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like you can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head how I want things to go. And it's like I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it think exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of deviating from that vision. What's the vision? It's... Monika pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monika shows off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against a sheet of paper. Write the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monika returns Sayori's smile. Sort of amazing how kind you are. Really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods and two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. They sound the steady whisper of the air conditioner. The only moment is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me, you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. Look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go ahead, I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright, I just want some alone time. In that case. Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monika. Good luck. Monika smiles and waves into return as Sayori spins her way out of the clubroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a moment to zone out. She doesn't prepare for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decided it was something she probably needed right now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just want to start a club with more passion. Something I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Oh, wait. Because it's a window into the only person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monika suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Sayori leave this behind? Hope doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monika opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Why are you reading this? Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color of the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happiness. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're gonna die. And you too. Jeez. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone and beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction in the field I stand in. Prosperous field, it's a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. That is why I've decided I must become a flower. What the? Wait, Sayori? Oh, what the fuck? That was jarring. It just ended. How about that? Okay, so part 2 at least then? Yeah, they weren't too long. How long have we going so far? 24 minutes, yeah. Too bad. 20 minutes of this. Another day passes in a flash. It's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monika should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings and I'm letting her comfort me instead of other way around. I mean, poems aren't... I feel like... I mean, poems are supposed to be like, yes, expressing yourself, but you don't need to like read that deep into them, especially without knowing the context. Monika. I mean, just knowing how her character is in the original game is, you know, it is a little sad, but God. What kind of club person does that? This whole time I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. So you're into the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monika, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monika? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. You just met 2 days ago. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monika shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Yeah, just the fact that she read the poem is a little bit, you know, like without, whatever. Responds quietly. What are you talking about? As she said it, her face darkens. To the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monika stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I was already shared those. Now you're worried about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordless, Sayori nods. Can I press like... Oh, cool. I can press space. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. This wasn't about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. So you don't need to do all this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Malcolm massages his forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monika to pry, it's also painful for Monika to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I didn't respect your privacy. No, I don't believe her looking. You'd at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monika takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. I think I'll be able to put this aside so we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monika pauses to collect her thoughts. This is a literature club. This is a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Write the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want you to be here, or I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. And it would help if Monika returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. Do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need like some motivation. I'll never know where to start when it comes... I'll never know where to start when it comes to starting poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see what it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. Then you can turn your feelings into a silly little story. You can get your feelings down first, and then make it so make it sound pretty later. It's not like you're building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in it, and then you arrange them in a pretty way. This is how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to get stuck right at the beginning, or not to get stuck at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monika pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot! I'm just kidding. Monika scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. Wait, why? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. The smile though with Monica. Are you calling me an idiot, Smiley? But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. Or be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble rewrites, you idiot. She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of how I wrote down that what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did the exact thing anyway. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did the exact same thing anyway. This is really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monica was seen exercise jotting down her thoughts. Surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all sorts of random thoughts. Wait, did I think I actually double prosed? I don't know. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. Oh yeah, phew, yeah, alright. Phew. Moody looks up, Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying, and it makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give it too much credit. I have to really try hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. So your beams. I was up here, but we still have time. Should I work out a new flyer for the club? I won't be so picky about the language. Yeah, let's do it. Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from the recruitment planning, but from the vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Hopefully. I wonder what happened to not Yuri. Potentially Yuri. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one in the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, completely with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. So much more attractive than the old one. What did we just talk about? But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough of a garner some curiosity from students. But I feel so tense looking at this. Monica thinks back to the previous meeting where she performs the writing exercises. Was I always this bad expressing myself? Am I supposed to be the president when I can't even demonstrate what club is supposed to be about? Which club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight of Monica's shoulder only became heavier. The debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and deliver them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself, for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs a pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her paper. Or pen. It's like the thing from the vanilla game. Oh my god. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh! Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection, a stain. Monika slides a paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi? Wait. Monika hears Sayori approach her desk and stops for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Just sits down on the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? The new flyer is so good. You've been working so hard on the club, but something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monika's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You just means anything. Sayori gazes at Monika with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monika takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sayori, this is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. It's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath and trying to steady herself. There's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming to stop. Why? You don't have to force yourself. Wait, they say why or wait? Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the poem yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's a part of the reason I came to the club in the first place. This is a literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monika stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up her courage for this. Were Monika's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monika waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I can get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you could just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monika wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same way anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the more important thing to me. Letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How do you find courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But not part of me, I think it just felt like it would be different than this. Or this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, it feels like it was right for me to do this. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence. And our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monika feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connecting as serious emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monika steps forward. But nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy if you'd like. Oh my god. Is that like a tear on the screen? Or yeah. Wordless and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monika's shoulder. Through their contact, Monika can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. In the moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monika realizes all of the days that have passed. This is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks to the door. The one time, yeah. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. She pressed a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone's just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me and just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now. So she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gently. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monika offers a few words of comfort. These are really beautiful. But she knows Sayori said it herself. That the thoughts Sayori expressed are ones that don't belong. But she knows Sayori said it herself. The thoughts Sayori expressed experiences are ones that don't belong. And Monika can magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them like any good friend could. You have so much value. To me and to other friends too. Your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. What brought you as a vision, but also brought happiness. That's your favorite thing to do, right? So he doesn't respond. Monika feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer. Monika is letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. It's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry for bringing this all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Of course, it'll always be your choice. But if you're ever looking to find the courage to do so, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. That's a mood. And hungry. That was also a mood. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I could say that it's definitely one of the things that makes me happy. Monika smiles, but I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops, a face peeking inside. The face seems familiar. Fuck! It was Yuri, wasn't it? It has to be. Wait, no, I didn't mean that. Let's do the DLC. Plus. Side stories. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna have to go through the game to unlock more of this, huh? Whew! That was surprisingly heavy, but I guess it is Doki Doki we're talking about, so shouldn't be that surprised. Wait, pictures. Is there a new one here? Poems. CGs. Yeah, so I did, I think, a little bit of the second day. Or like the second poem day or whatever. God, the art alone is pretty damn worth it. Not yet. Maybe some time. Okay, I guess that's all I'll do for today. I'll go through the... I think what I'll do, now that I'm seeing how this works, is I'll go through the story on my own time. And then just get pretty much these side stories and then put that up, I guess, on YouTube and such. It's really nice. I like it so far. Like, it just... I mean, I'm curious how this will connect to the like actual game, considering all the twisted shit that happens later. No spoilers, but because like in that like this scene is actually like really scary. But is there a new song? Is this it? I have no idea. Yeah, so that's like, so I'm curious how it's gonna go through with like the rest of the game connected, and I guess we'll find out. I'll see if I can get like Yuri's is probably what I'll get next, because that's who I'm leaning again. Yuri is the one I leaned to in the first place, and apparently someone again. Although I was also leaning a little more to Sayori as well. I do like all the girls except Matsuki. But yeah, that'll be all. I'll come back again sometime with the next little side story. Hope you'll tune in for that. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.